In this video, we will look at converting from decimals back to fractions. It is important that we make sure that all of our answers are fractions in reduced terms or simplest form. Note that we are to convert 0.04, which is 4 hundredths, to a reduced fraction. So we'll use that proper math terminology to note that this is 4 hundredths, or 4 over 100. However, both 4 and 100 can be divided by 2. So we need to make sure that we do that. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 100 divided by 2 is 50. So this is 2 over 50. Note again that we can divide both of these values by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 50 divided by 2 is 25. So our answer here, we are now in simplified terms, is 1/25. Convert 0.86 or 86 hundredths to a reduced fraction. So again, we'll start with 86 over 100. Note that both of these values are even. We can divide them both by 2. When we divide 100 by 2, we get 50. And when we divide 86 by 2, we get 43. So this is 43 fiftieths. Convert 1.15 to a reduced fraction. Notice here we have a whole number before our decimal. So we have the value 1, then we have 15 hundredths. We can simplify our fraction. Notice that 15 and 100 are both divisible by 5. 5 goes into 15 3 times, and 5 goes into 100 20 times. So our answer as a reduced fraction is 1 3/20. Convert 0.8 to a reduced fraction. If we read this mathematically, we have 8 tenths. We write that as 8 over 10. Note that 8 and 10 are both divisible by 2, so we divide them by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 8 tenths simplifies to 4 fifths. And we cannot simplify this any further, so this is our reduced fraction. Convert 5.5 to a reduced fraction. One way to do this is to have 5 and 5 tenths. Then note that we can simplify 5 tenths. 5 goes into 5 one time, and 5 goes into 10 2 times. So this simplifies to 5.5. Another way to do this is just to go straight to 5.5, noting that 0.5 is always 1/2. Convert 3.18 to a reduced fraction. Again, we have a whole number part here, so we'll have 3 and 18 hundredths. We can simplify these fractions. 18 and 100 are both divisible by 2. 18 divided by 2 is 9. 100 divided by 2 is 50. So this simplifies to 3 9/50. Convert 0.65 to a reduced fraction. Again, this will be 65 hundredths, so 65 over 100. We can simplify this. These numbers are both divisible by 5. So taking a look at this, 5 goes into 65 13 times. 5 goes into 100 20 times. Convert 5.98 to a reduced fraction. This would be 5 98 hundredths. 98 and 100 are both even, so we can divide them by 2. 100 divided by 2 is 50. 98 divided by 2 is 49. And if you wish, you can check that on a calculator. 98 divided by 2 is in fact 49. Convert 0.6 to a reduced fraction. Again, this is 6/10 because it is in our first place past the decimal. 6 and 10 are both even, so we can divide them both by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So our reduced fraction is 3/5. Just a couple more examples here. Convert 0.53 to a reduced fraction. This will be 53/100. You can check to see what we can simplify. However, sometimes we can't simplify. This is one of those times when we go directly to a reduced fraction. So we can just go ahead and click that check mark. 2.42 as a reduced fraction. So we have the whole number 2 and 42 out of 100. We can then divide both of these values by 2. When we do that, we end up with 21 over 50. 21 is divisible by 3 and 7, neither of which go into 50, so this is our reduced fraction with 2 and 21/50. And the last problem we will look at today, 2 and 39/100. 39 is not a prime number. It is divisible by 3 and 13. However, neither of those numbers evenly go into 100, so this again is our simplified fraction.